Man, the price of silver is really low. Amazing. Horror Breakdown. Hello. Trey Treasures. Hello. Hey, have you guys seen the price of silver? Are you guys silver stackers? Stackaholic. Have you seen the price of silver? Patriots for Trump. Make America great again. Amen, brother. Amen. Silver. I'm just looking at, first of all, if you guys ever want a good chart to look at, Kitco, Kitco, all metal quotes, is my favorite chart to look at for silver, gold, platinum, palladium. They're having, they're showing silver as 1473 bid, 1483 asking price. So basically 1483 silver is at. I mean, it's time to load the boat, folks. Silver is down. Actually, silver is up for the day, but I've never seen these all-time lows. Gold is 1191. 1191 for an ounce. I remember 1 ounce, 1390. Now it's 1191. It is time to buy yourself a couple of gold pieces as well. It really is. Let me put on my old man glasses. You know, I'm thinking about talking to the missus and getting laser or something done to the eyes so I don't have to wear these. But these glasses are almost invisible anyway, except for the whatever we call it, the frame. I hate wearing glasses. So I'm going to say hello to a few people in the house. Dominic Broom, Trey Treasures, Stackaholic, thank you, sir, for being here. Ryan A. Prices Low. Patriots for Trump, Make America Great Again. Puget Sound. Speaking about Puget Sound, not so much as the gentleman who's here. My wife and I took an Alaskan cruise. And you're not allowed to throw anything overboard. But we had my father's ashes. And I can't recall. I would have to dig out the the pictures and figure out where I dumped him at. But there was this big glacier where the cruise ship went in, kind of did a couple of rotations so everybody can see. I actually dumped my dad's ashes there up in Alaska. He would have liked it. Every time I just see the word Puget Sound, it just reminds me of that. James Fesconi, thank you for so much being in the house. The Enabler, picking up some more silver this Saturday. Yeah, I might have to back up the truck, start shoveling it in. Just start loading some freaking silver up. These prices are amazing. These prices are amazing. So I'm sharing my eyeballs with the computer screen behind and you folks. Yeah, Mike Jones in the house. Thank you, Matthew McCarthy, the Enabler. All is one now. Hi, all. Hello. All is one now. Rick Thomas. Amen. Get some gold if you can. So, at this point of the game, would I get silver or gold? I'd have to say I'd get some gold at this point of the game. Gold is getting to where it's obtainable. At 14, 1,500 bucks an ounce. It was a little, out of my league. But the prices are coming down. I was just watching Gerald Celente, Trend News Forecast. He suspects that, although it's 1191, he suspected that 1,200 was the bottom. But he doesn't doubt if it'll go another $30 or $40 lower. That'll put it at about 1160. Now he thinks that it cost approximately $1,200 to mine out of the ground. So at this point, right now, they're selling it cheaper than it is to mine out of the ground, according to Gerald Celente. Trend News forecast. But he thinks it'll go maybe at about 1160. So I'm going to wait. I'm going to see if it goes to 1160. I'll sit down with the wife, and we might buy ourselves some gold. Now let's take a look at some of these comments. By the way, I'm having a really great day. I go to see the doctor this Wednesday. He's going to let me know a few things, where my cholesterol levels are at and how does that relate to the clogged artery. 2, can I go back to work? 3, can I go back to the gym? I need to go back to the gym. I'm getting smaller as the days go by. I'm actually the incredible shrinking man. It's getting to a point. I'm worried about getting my ass kicked from the wife if I don't get back to work. You know what I mean? No, my wife's been very caring. My wife is awesome, wonderful lady, does not push me, and is 100% supportive of me. Mike Jones in the house. John Simini, up to 5.5 grams of gold so far. Awesome job, John. Awesome job. Would love to take a look and see what these gram size look like. Stackaholic, thank you so much for being here. I got 1.9999 gold Philharmonic lined up for Friday. His favorite coin. Yeah, I agree. Lord Humongous. I remember when gold was $450 an ounce. Oh, boy, you must be, what, 80, 90 years old? No, I'm just teasing you. Yeah, when was it $450 an ounce, Lord Humongous? Was that the 80s, you think? Early 90s? When was it? So, yeah, I'm thinking of either loading up the truck, backing it up, start shoveling in some silver. Because these prices are freaking incredible. Definitely buy now, won't last too long. K Overtax, thank you so much. Lee Kerwick, thank you so much. Yumura Maori. Hello, everybody. Notice me. I don't even know what that means. Carl Pottori. Jesus. Man, that was, I don't know. That's why it was so difficult to say. Pottorti. Don't say that 4 times, folks. Corey Colbert, thank you so much for being in the house. Stackaholic, and worth every penny. Best thing ever did. So, Stackaholic, my problem is I could see like a laser blade everywhere from 3 or 4 feet out. Literally, I can see things miles away. I mean, and laser. I mean, excellent. The problem is low light conditions and up close. I mean, even at nighttime, don't get me wrong, I can see 4 feet and out. It's when I'm looking at the text right here on the screen. You know, it's kind of blurry. So, you know, in low light conditions, like when we go into a restaurant, and you know how they have the ambiance, you're on a date night with your wife, and the menu, everything's freaking dark. So you think Stackaholic, that'll help me out? This close up and low light close up. JPM inventories up 50%, 850 cents JPM. So if Jordan King, so if JP Morgan is doing this, I always tell people, do what the big boys are doing. That's why they're rich, is because they do what they do. So whenever you get a clue to what they're investing in, when and how, do it. JP Morgan, they're investing in precious metals, folks. The big boys are investing in precious metals. do it. Even if you think the price is stagnant. Oh my God, the price is stagnant. It's been there so long. Oh my God, it's been $14, $15 now for a year and a half, 2 years. They wouldn't be stacking it if they thought the price was going to stay. They have future knowledge that these prices are eventually going to go up. And that's why the big bankers, the big boys are hoarding precious metals. They're keeping it where it is now so they can hoard. They don't buy at fair price. They knock the price down and then they buy. That's how they work, folks. Do what the big boys are doing. Buy some precious metals. I know the price has been stagnant for a year or two. Trust me, that will change. I promise you that. I don't make any money selling silver or gold. I wouldn't say that. I wouldn't waste my time with you if I didn't really believe it. It's a true statement. Alan Miller, a tenth for 125 is my number. So you're saying a tenth of gold for 125? Yeah, okay. That sounds about right. And I like the tenth size, although a lot of people say, you know, the premiums, the premiums are higher, but, you know, a tenth of an ounce is, you know, obtainable for us folks. You know what I mean? And if you buy 10 of them over time, you got an ounce. No, it's no rush, really. We're all young. We got plenty of time. Just slowly hoard, slowly stack over time. You don't have to get it all at one time. Let's take a look at some of these comments. Just picked up a ½ ounce of gold Eagle, 3 10-ounce Sunshine Mint bars. Man, I love those 10-ounce Sunshine Mint bars. But a ½ ounce gold Eagle. Congrats, Omerta. Thank you. Jimbo Flynn. Wish you could think could double in value at this point. Which do you think could double in value at this point? Well, obviously nothing is going to double in value at this point as we sit here. But silver has the most probability of doubling in price in the future. Honest to God, silver is, because it's the most held down. It's the most manipulated. I tell people, invest in silver at first. When you're tired of looking at your piles of silver, yeah, then go and get some gold. I'm just taking a look at some of these comments. Ronbo Nick, been buying for years. I have a friend who has hundreds of pounds of silver. That's awesome. Now it's time for that. Now that's a good example of somebody who should go out and get some gold now. 1 ounce gold, good, or fractional better. Well, it depends on what you can afford, James Fassoni. If you can afford the full ounce, get the full ounce, because fractional is always more expensive, higher premium. Obviously, if you can't afford the full ounce, get the fractional. Have no fear, Troy Ounce is here. The Awakening. You look good and full of energy. You know, I'm feeling good. Wife and I, we're going to go out and shop for a mattress. This one's been killing me. I mean, I spent, I think it was $1,200 for a mattress, king size. That didn't come with a box spring. It's the most money I've ever spent on a mattress. The worst mattress I've ever had in my entire life. I'm thinking that these new foam mattresses, or the kind that have coils but then like 4 or 5 inches of foam on top of, I think they're bullshit. After a while, you freaking see like a hole where you sleep, and that hole is permanent. I just soon go back to the coil beds of yesteryear. I'm serious. And that's what the wife and I are going to look at, because we didn't have this kind of problem before these new age beds came out. And this is not our first bed together. I mean, I think we've gone through 3 different mattresses since we've been married. It's crazy. It really is. Christopher Fairfield, thank you so much for being in the house. Gimme it now. Okay, be careful. The precious metals are going lower, but premiums are going higher. Well, then it's a wipe. It's a wash. Get them. Don't worry about the precious metals. Don't be careful. Get them. They're tiny. Omerta. Carl. Empty. Laugh out loud your piggy banks and buy some silver. Yeah, empty your damn piggy banks, folks, and buy some damn silver. Thumbs up on all the props to the wife behind every good man. You know, that's right. Alan Miller in the house, thank you so much. I'm watching the price of the Kiko metals price refresh behind us right here. It's still balancing out at $14.83 an ounce for silver, $11.91, $11.91 for gold. Man, you can't beat those prices. Trying to hit the 200-ounce mark and $100 face value in dimes. Man, good luck on getting $100 in face value of dimes. The 90% dimes. It's almost impossible nowadays. When I can't buy a 10th gold eagle, I buy a gram. All right. Rick Thomas in the house. Do a web search. Dr. Giglidian on YouTube ASAP. Don't know who Dr. Glidian is, but I'll do. I'm 44, late 90s. Okay, so it was, gosh, that ought to give you an idea of how fast gold can go up. So Lord Humongous says in the late 1990s, gold was gold was $450 an ounce. Can you imagine the same time span going by again? What is it going to be? Get your gold. Get your silver, folks. Hello from India. You are the first person who motivated me to buy gold and silver. I'm still stacking. I thought it was illegal in India. I thought the government didn't allow that. I thought they made it illegal to possess that, but it must be Turkey then, or what must be one of the other countries. Thank you so much from India. By the way, did you know Indian food is some of my favorite food? I swear. It is like the pinnacle, right there, man, of food for me. I love a good chicken vindaloo. Oh my Lord. Oh my Lord. I'm just going through some of the comments, and I'm looking here and looking at the screen behind us. Gold and silver, they're steady right now. They're steady right now. I will say this: the prices are fluctuating. Crypto prices are pretty much all down right now. I got those on another chart as well. I did, however, get a bunch of coin bar tubes. Get well soon. Thank you, Mike Jones. I'm feeling a little bit better. They got that stent in my heart, and I just ran around with the dog today. Got a little bit out of breath. What are your thoughts on Rich Dad, Poor Dad teachings? Robert Kiyosaki. I never heard of Rich Dad, Poor Dad. So I really can't. Perhaps you can share. I mean, I never heard of the person. Thank you so much, Volkswagen. Close enough. I gotta scroll down some of these comments. The Empire Strikes Back. Many of those spices are also good for you. Yeah, I agree. And man, that food is so good. Have you ever gone into a good Indian restaurant? Oh man. Yeah, your boy E. The cryptos are yelling at me right now. You're absolutely correct. You're absolutely correct. And by the way, folks, thank you for joining me. If I was rude, thank you so much for being here and watching my channel. If you would smash that like button, I appreciate it. Really would. And right next to the subscribe button, there's a bell. And if you hit that bell, you can be alerted. Like when you're on YouTube, if I show up on YouTube, you'll be alerted. It's not like you'll It's not like I'll be stalking you or anything. It's just that you'll be alerted. The 999 shirt needed to be washed, Silver Stranger. You know I wore that thing for a week straight. And I'm a little embarrassed about something. About that shirt. In case the person who made that shirt is watching, I forgot who you were, and I need to get a hold of you. Now, my excuse is I've been in and out of the hospital, and things in health-wise, I've been preoccupied. The note that this person sent with the shirt, somehow I lost it. Now, I'm trying to reach out to this guy to see about the logistics of making some more shirts to get to you folks. Through the activities, through my health activities and in the hospital and whatnot, I lost this gentleman's name. So I appreciate if you reach out and touch me through email or something so I can contact you and see what we can do. Thank you so much. If you're watching, I apologize. But so many people have been asking for my .999 squad shirt that I got to get it done. Pumpkin, I already addressed that. So if you can afford the 1 ounce, get 1 ounce. But I'm going to theorize that you're talking about gold. If you can afford 1 full ounce of gold, it's better than buying 1/10 ounce because it's cheaper. But if all you can afford is 1/10 ounce, then get the 10th ounce. Yankee stacking in the house. $50, man. We're getting some famous people here. $50. First of all, you folks, get over to $50's YouTube site. Give him a shout out. Take a look at some of his videos. Thank you so much, sir, for being in the house. OMMMTT. Do you own 1 kilogram silver bars? No, I don't. I can't afford to buy in that big that big increment. If you have a spare one laying around, my mailing address is in the description of all my videos. Does Indian food give me the shits? No, it does not. Matter of fact, there is a misconception about Indian food where it's all curry. First of all, that's the furthest thing from the truth. I recommend everybody go in as an adult and try some Indian food. Curry is not a spice, by the way. It is a mixture of spices. And different recipes call for different mixtures of spices. And the food is just phenomenal. I'm telling you, Indian food is phenomenal. I know people who said as children, oh, I don't like it. You know that childish attitude. I don't like it. It tastes like curry. And then they go, I'll drag them to a place and they'll eat like a chicken vindaloo or a spinach saag or something with some naan bread, and their minds are blown. So as an adult, if you haven't tried good Indian food, and I'm not talking about some place in the damn mall, get out and get yourself some good Indian food. It is phenomenal. It is. I'm talking a little bit about everything today. I'm glad you appreciate it. Thank you so much. I kind of like doing that. The silver is still hanging strong. Silver, I'm looking at the charts. Silver is still, it might be the lowest it's going to be. Oz Hunter, thank you in the house. Speaking of Oz, did everybody watch The Secret of Oz? I'm not talking about The Wizard of Oz. The Secret of Oz. You got to watch that. If you want to know why we're stacking silver, and if you want to know what will kill the vampire, watch The Secret of Oz. It's here on YouTube. It'll teach you everything there is to know about money, and it'll teach you everything there is to know about money manipulation. It is like a one-stop course, one-stop shop for learning about money and what the bankers are doing to manipulate it. Then you'll get a better grasp for you folks who are not stacking silver, why we stack silver and gold. Thank you so much, Silver Stranger. You are a sweetheart. And I say that as a man to a man, not as a Tinkerbell. I appreciate you hitting the like button. Thank you so much, Bat Cats Alley. I really do appreciate it. Rusty Shanklefort. It's a classic for personal finance and investing. What's a classic? Are you talking about The Secret of Oz? Pristine Green in the house. Thank you so much, Pristine Green. Tyru, Yankee stacking is cool. Speaking about Yankee, I grew up in the Bronx. And every Sunday, my dad would have a day off from work. And every Sunday, my dad would walk me from 1616 Walton Avenue up the Jerome Avenue to Yankee Stadium. And as a child, used to be able to walk into the old Yankee Stadium on Sundays. Just sit down and watch them practice. They didn't charge you or nothing. Every Sunday, my dad used to do that. So I actually was in the original Yankee Stadium. Thank you so much, Petter Smed Strand. I am getting better. I actually took the Harley Davidson out yesterday. Went for a ride. Felt good. Tell you what, lifting a 970-pound bike, holding that thing up and steady, it tests the heart a little bit. But yeah, took it out for a ride. The wife and I, we might put it up for sale, though. It's getting to the point where we're just thinking about putting it up for sale. It's a 2014 Street Glide, Police Edition, all black. And I'm going to hate to see it go. But I'll tell you what. I'm going to ride the shit out of it until somebody buys it. Knave Child. He's shouting out $1 Illuminati Silver. Nope, the price has not changed. Sorry. I know I need to get a hold of the guy who made that t-shirt. Silver Stranger. I definitely do. Unfortunately, I don't know who made that shirt. He sent it to me, and only after I got it did I realize it was sent to me. So, no, Benzerdirex. I don't care for platinum. It's not money in my opinion. Yeah, the Fiji Taki Turtle silver coins, they're awesome. They are beautiful coins. A little bit expensive here, though. Silver Wolverine is also in the house. Thank you so much, Mr. Wolverine. So Silver Mania has to kind of mess with Silver Wolverine. Didn't the Steelers beat the Eagles? Our day is coming. It sure is. I sold all my silver. I'm concentrating on gold only. Okay, I mean, that's fine. Must be nice to have a pile of gold, though. That's amazing to look at. Back when Leonard was safe, there were lots of good Indian food when I was stationed there. The Awakening. Sid, it was good. It was a good show. What's happening? What do you mean, Dave Flam? What's happening? I have to buy precious metals every single week or else I get the shakes from withdrawals. That's from Ryan James. I'm looking at the silver prices. You know, the silver prices are not, they're not moving. They're freaking holding steady. Since I've been on this site with you folks, Nothing's moved. I mean, they say that it could go another 30. Gold can go down another $30. I know. 133 people watching and only 43 likes. I must not be doing a good job today. But brother had a couple of stores in the Bronx. What kind of stores? The Empire Strikes Back. That's one thing about New York. I do miss the food. It's some of the best food in the world in New York. Every ethnic and top quality. And everybody goes, well, I've been in New York and the food was horrible. And I always ask them, well, where'd you go? Oh, we went to Manhattan. And I'm like, Manhattan doesn't have good food. You got to get into the other boroughs. You got to get into Brooklyn. You got to get into Queens. You got to get into the Bronx if you want good food. Manhattan's a tourist trap. I always tell people, if you're going to New York, get out of Manhattan for a freaking few days. Group therapy. Used to go to Amsterdam Avenue all the time. You are right, overtaxed taxpayer. What am I right about? It's funny because you see one comment and like 10 minutes later you see the follow-up comment. The comments go by so fast and I have to I scroll down and up and down and up and down and trying to keep up with the Brian Figueroa in the house. Bitcoin Bo in the house. Good afternoon, good evening to everyone. Thank you so much for your warm words. Golden State Mint is currently selling 2-ounce Mark of the Beast. I gotta get one of those Mark of the Beast coins in that. One of these days. Somebody showed me one of those and they're just freaking stunning looking coins. One of these days, I gotta get one. Rombo Nick in the house. How does somebody send me something? So, in all of my videos, Ronbo, there are, in the video descriptions, you'll see about 5 options to support this channel. One of the options is a P.O. box. You can send anything you like through the P.O. box. Where in the White Mountains are you? I got a place in Greer. Well, cocoa unconditioned. I'm just in the vicinity of the Show Low area. Don't want to relate exactly where I'm at for obvious reasons. I don't want to have to shoot anybody. But I'll tell you something. You of all people know if I shot somebody, there's plenty of places to hide the body. Plenty of places. It wouldn't be a problem hiding my crime. Hey, did I ever tell you guys the story? I also have a place in Tucson, Arizona, and there is a gun shop there that is frequented by the Tucson Police Department. The police officers will go to they'll buy buy their ammo there, or they'll buy gun replacements there because I guess you can carry your personal weapon. They just go there a lot. As well as I do. It's located at Broadway and Colb Road. So one day I went in there with a friend, and right by the entrance of this gun shop, there is a book rack. So I opened up the front door, I stepped in, I'm looking at the gun rack. And I know the guys behind the counter because of all the weapons I bought. So I shout out really loud, "Hey! You got any books on how to clean up a bloody crime scene?" And every frightened body's head just popped up. All the cops are, huh? It was a blast. It was funny. Nobody you can sell the Harley and get a decent bike for $3 or $4 grand. No. I think it's time to call it a day with the Harley William Hughes. My goal is to, when I tell you folks something, you can pretty much bank on it. And I made a video about what I would do if I had $1 million. And I mentioned that my goal is to have a fishing boat on the ocean. Well, I would love to have a Harley, but I would like to have a fishing boat more. And I think that's just one thing, that Harley I'm pointing outside, is just one obstacle in my path towards getting a fishing boat. I would like to get like a 30 or 40 foot center console fishing boat. Do I prefer silver bullion or silver collectibles? I prefer bullion. I designed the shirt. I made it on as... Wait, John Cooper, are you the guy who made my t-shirt? Are you the guy that made the black t-shirt, John? I designed the shirt. I made it on as website. I can send you the layout. I don't need the layout. I need to get a hold of you because I thought you make shirts. Or was I mistaken? You just made a layout to send to me. I'm a little confused. Get a hold of me. I need to get some shirts done. I need... People are knocking on... people metaphorically knocking on my door wanting to buy those shirts. So... New subscriber in the house, Matt McCain. Thank you so much, sir. Thank you. Yeah, the old constitutional coins, the pre-65 coins, they're getting harder and harder to find. Let me tell you something. In Tucson, I'm forced to... It's not like my main home here where I have my own washer and dryer. But when I'm in Tucson for work purposes, I have to pay quarters to wash my clothing. Pay the washer and dryer. I've been going to the bank every week, over a year now, getting a roll of quarters. Every week. Maybe every 2 weeks. Every week's a little exaggerated. Maybe even every 3 weeks. But I guarantee you it's a minimum of one time a month. Not one time have I found a pre-65 quarter. Not one time. Getting harder and harder to find. Silver 3%er, thank you so much. She is Red Sox, yes. New York Yankees, no. Annette, what's the price? I don't know. If you're talking about that one coin before, I don't recall. It's called a dead cat bounce. Don't know what that is. They can manipulate the price up and down as fast as smash it down. Green bars are on the horizon. Yeah, and silver... No, silver hasn't budged. Silver hasn't budged at all. Let me reset the... Let me refresh the page here. No, silver hasn't budged. You can't go wrong with stacking silver and gold. Keep stacking. That's right. And it's as low... I mean, silver, that's pretty good. Think about it. A freaking ounce of silver for $14.83. It's time to buy. For those folks who are on the fence, it's time to buy. And those 10-ounce bars, they're looking good right now at $14.73 an ounce. Yeah, if everybody can just do me a favor and hit that like button, I really would appreciate it. I have 162 folks in here, or at some time they've circulated in and out of here. And only got 81 likes. Man, I must not be doing a good job today. Yeah, pizza in New York is phenomenal. And I've had pizza everywhere. I've lived everywhere. I'm ex-military. I've lived in San Francisco. I was told by my brother, oh, they got the best pizza here. So I go into San Francisco, some pizzeria that he was freaking bragging about. The guy has a pan of pizza already pre-cooked without cheese. And the way they do it in San Francisco, they cut a slice of the tomato dough. I call it dough, a tomato, a slice without cheese. Then they sprinkled their little cheese on it and throw it in the oven. I'm like, oh, hell no. That ain't no slice of pizza. I'm a snob. I'm stuck up when it comes to pizza. I know my pizza. I know my food. I do know my food. I don't smoke. I rarely drink. And when I drink, I like bourbon. I do. I like good bourbon, not some crap bottom of the shelf bourbon. There is you guys are going to laugh. So don't laugh at the name, and I don't mean to be insulting to the ladies that might be in the room. There is a brand, if you can find this bourbon, it's some of the best bourbon I've ever tasted. It's called Fighting Cock. It has, not what you think, it has 2 roosters as the picture on the label, fighting. They're just like facing each other. I'm telling you, it's some of the best bourbon I've ever had. Some of the best bourbon. I don't drink that often. I don't. Every now and then, I would say I drink maybe twice a year, 3 times a year. It's not like it was when I was younger as a kid, where I would just freaking, well, I don't need to go into that, but, and every now and then I like a good Bloody Mary in the morning with lots of celery and stuff like that, and I like it slightly on the spicy side. Manhattan clam chowder is tasty, yes, especially if you can get it from Boston or the tip of Long Island. Thanks, Half Dollar. By the way, if I didn't mention it, go to Half Dollar's website. He's handing out free Manhattan clam chowder right now. I'm just teasing, but go to his website. MB, you know the powers that are artificially holding down the price of silver and gold. Yes, I do, and that's what I speak about in many of my videos. The price of silver and gold are being kept down, so the big bankers can hoard it right now. They know where it's going once they let things loose. Absolutely, the silver is being manipulated downwards. Got a silver bullet, 45 caliber. What a beauty. I wouldn't mind seeing that. That'd be cool. I like, okay. So let's get down to some of these comments here. Well, thank you so much, John Cooper. $2, and Silver Stranger, $2. Thank you for donating that super chat. I really appreciate it. So, Silver Stranger, you've been getting the Sunshine Mint 10-ounce bars? I'm just curious. Gosh, love the fairy pizza. Mac and cheese pizza. Mac and cheese pizza. Pre-33 collector. I like beer only. William Hughes. I spent $14.73 at Arby's yesterday. An ounce of silver is worth more than a beef and cheddar. Wow. That comment right there. The guy just spent $14.73 at Arby's. An ounce of silver. $14.73 as I look at it right now on the metals chart. He's like, wasn't even worth it. That's true, because that roast beef they serve there is nothing but a fat log. It's not real roast beef. This is a freaking fat log. Oh my Lord. My dad, oh my God. Belange. I'll just call you that. Eagle Rare. My dad used to drink Eagle Rare. Man, that's some rough stuff. You got to be a real man to drink that. But my dad used to love Eagle Rare. Matter of fact, he upgraded from my dad upgraded from Jack Daniels to Eagle Rare. He considered that an upgrade. By the way, freaking Jack Daniels, disgusting. I'd rather drink urine. Who's my favorite person in history from the Swamp Fox? That'd be my dad. Jerry, that'd be my dad. Monkey Shoulder blended scotch is my... Man, I tried scotch. Scotch, there's something about scotch and gin. Ooh, Jameson whiskey. Silver is pretty. Yes, it is. A pre-33, I've had some moonshine. So when I was working in Florida, we had a couple of down south country boys who lived in the Carolinas. And they took some time off to go back up to the Carolinas. They brought back with them some real moonshine. And I think the stories on television over-exaggerated. It took not one shot, it took 2 shots, and I was freaking drunker than a skunk. Yeah, it's an amazing real moonshine. The stuff that is made in the backwoods of Louisiana and the Carolinas and whatnot. It's amazing. It's amazing how this freaking video went from freaking silver to freaking boozing. Anybody tuning in right now is going to be thinking that silver's code word for getting drunk. I'm stacking Hershey bars and lead. You know what? I said that, 33 collector. I said, not only do you stack food, you stack all kinds of food for preparation for shit hit the fan, but you stack seasonings because this food that, let's face it, during shit hit the fan, our food preps that we got are pretty bland. Stack seasonings, stack Tums, because what we're going to be eating is going to be out of the ordinary. It's going to upset a lot of people's stomach. But also stack candy, I said. I said that. Put your bars, your chocolate bars or whatnot in seal-a-meal bags. Suck out the oxygen out of those bags. You know what I'm talking about. Food saver bags. Trust me, a freaking stale Milky Way bar still do you wonders. Ain't nothing wrong. We've all had some stale candy bars. Lord Humongous, thank you so much for that super chat, sir. 1443, thank you. Do you think silver will hit $5 an ounce? Absolutely not, I don't. I don't believe silver will go any lower than 12. I really don't. Have an ounce on me. Thank you so much. I was trying to figure out why it was an odd number. Thank you so much. Don't feel bad when you buy and gold price goes down. It will go back up. That's all. I mean, the lower the silver prices, the lower the gold prices. Folks, we're in it for the long run. If you're day traders, all right, then be concerned. If you want to buy it now and sell it a week later and make 2 or 3% profit, that's you. I think most people, we plan on just getting it and holding on to it until we're old and gray, until we absolutely need to get rid of it, sell it, or pass it on to our kids. I don't concern myself about the price of silver. If tomorrow it fell to $5, I would not be concerned at all. It's just a sign for me to go and buy more. I'll never worry about silver falling too low. I worry about the dollar falling. The dollar has more capability of crashing. It has more of a chance of crashing than silver. And I don't want to get all biblical on you folks. And I said this in plenty of other videos. Silver and gold go back to the beginning. They go back to the beginning of the Bible, the Old Testament. You don't see the freaking dollar bill in there or the 401k or the stock market in the Bible. Silver and gold have been around. They're not going away. They will not go to zero. The dollar, every form of fiat currency in history has crashed. And every form of fiat currency has a life cycle. And that life cycle is about, it's past due. And they're just propping it up right now. And I believe that they're trying to formulate this cryptocurrency so they can make a move over to cryptos. I know a lot of you folks are anti-cryptos, and I don't want to get into it because I know I piss a lot of people off when I do. But I think that's the sign of the times, folks. I really do. Thank you so much, Lady T. I like doing the lives also. I really do. What about beer? You know, I'm not a beer person. I think some of the worst beers in the world are American beers. I think American beers are disgusting. But you give me some German beers, some dark Irish beers, I'm for it. Yeah, I'm for it. But there's something weird about when I drink beer. The reason I drink bourbon is I don't get full. But I drink 1 or 2 beers, I feel freaking full. I feel bloated. And I'm amazed at people who can sit back and drink a 6-pack or a 12-pack. I'm like, what? I just don't know how they do it. Scotch all, greater than all. Mojo Mancer. James A. I used to have to tell my soldiers in the army to sat away from military special. I used to have to tell my soldiers in the army to sat away from military special. Whiskey. Well, whiskey is bourbon, really. I mean, they say cheap whiskey. No, they say cheap bourbon is really whiskey, and good whiskey is really bourbon. You got to have your meatloaf in your stack. Okay. So you can meatloaf. You know that, right? Pressure can it. You do know that, right? And it'll last for years. The stacking nerd in the house. Something tells me corn makes a good moonshine. Yes, it does, I hear. Chieftain, thank you so much for being in here. Randy Simmons, thank you. If gold dropped to 900 ounce, the premium would be 325. That's possible. What is the premium now, though? I'm not seeing what the premium is on this site. I guess I would have to go to another website to see what the premium on gold is. But think about it. $900 is only $200 away, $300 away, $300 away. It's not a far out possibility. But like I said in the beginning of this video, I just saw an interview with Gerald Celente, the Trend News Times, Trend News Forecast channel, and he thinks gold will only go down about another $30 or $40. He thought 1,200 was the bottom because he thinks 1,200 is about what it costs to mine out of the ground. From mining all the way to the coin phase, he thinks it's about $1,200, and now it's about $1,190 right now. So we'll see where it goes. We'll definitely see where it goes. Yeah, Greg Base. I got a lot of soup mixes and bouillon. Definitely Mountain House cans. I also learned how to can my own food with a pressure canner. And it's very easy, actually, and kind of fun. But yeah, definitely different foods. I got a lot of Mountain House, and one day I'll do another video and just show off my food preps. I call it a motivational film, just to get people motivated into prepping and to storing food and supplies. And not only that, they see something on my shelves, they might have said, "Oh yeah, I missed that. I'm going to go get me some of that." So it helps twofold. Will Edwards, better to buy silver than blow your money at the bar every night. I agree. I absolutely agree. And I don't go to bars. I really don't. No fiat in the Bible. That's right, Silver Stranger. Hodl to zero. No, we hodl our cryptos. That's what we hodl. I can't wait till they start. I've been listening to Jay Snip 4. He believes late September the crypto market's going to swing right back up. Silver goes to 5. I'm maxing in plastic. You know what? I'll be with you right there, Silver. You and I. If silver did go to $5 an ounce, now you all know I don't believe in going into debt. I'll take out my freaking charge card. And I will charge. I will max it out at $5 an ounce. I will be buying monster boxes upon monster boxes. But also think about this. If silver goes to $5 an ounce, and what is there, an 80-to-1 ratio right now? 80-to-1, 80 ounces to 1 ounce. 80 ounces of silver to 1 ounce of gold it takes, give or take. If silver dropped to $5 an ounce, can you imagine what gold would drop to? I would have to reconsider that and say, might have to max out a couple of credit cards, if you know what I mean. Yeah, the German beers are better, Chief. They really are. And I'm not a beer drinker. Lord Humongous craft brews, yep. Along with a bison burger. Well, you folks who haven't had a bison burger from Chicago, from Colorado, I recommend getting one. One more person complains silver's low. To sum it up, silver's low now and it's good time to buy. That's it. Dose the sum up. Yeah, people freak out. I mean, there's a lot of emotions that drives people's investment decisions into the wrong path they let their emotions get to them and really screws with their investment decisions. Do not worry. You got to just decide whether you're a short-term day trader. If you're a short-term day trader, yeah, silver is not a good thing for you. But then you maybe want to stick with the fiat thing, you know. But if you're a long-term investor, we don't care what the price is now. I don't care. It is so irrelevant what the price of silver is right now. I care when it's time for me to quit my job and retire. I care when shit hits the fan. I care when the dollar crashes. That's what I'm concerned about. That's right. Germans drink their beer at room temperature. That is a fact. V-Star 1300 Adventures. Thank you so much for your $2 super chat. I appreciate it. V-Star. So is that a bike? Yeah, that isn't that a bike? I think it is. I'll have to look that up. How do you mail stuff to you? Well, as I mentioned earlier, in all of my videos, in all of the descriptions of the videos, there are 5 options to support this channel. One is my P.O. box, so you can send me anything you like through the P.O. box. The others are PayPal and a couple of cryptocurrency wallets that you can donate to. But if you need to send me something, yes, utilize the P.O. box that's in every one of my video descriptions, okay? What do you think about the Harvest Right freeze dryer? Well, I heard good things about it. That's what I think about it. I would love to get into freeze drying. The first thing I would do is freeze dry. There's a butcher shop here in Tucson. It's called Dickman's, and they got some good meat. I would freeze dry me up some chicken, cooked chicken, and some cooked beef. Nothing like having some freeze-dried stuff. As a matter of fact, you can make entire meals, stews, and freeze-dry it. Just add water and you have a stew. You basically have a mountain house food. Yeah, if you can afford it. I hear they're very pricey, though. Good day from Australia, Robot number 11. Thank you so much for being in the house. Dan M., thank you. I just addressed your question. Alan Dudley, after achieving your silver stack goal, some suggest pre-1933 gold. I'm not worried about a gold confiscation. First of all, that is such a misnomer. There was no gold confiscation at all in our history. The government just said everybody turn in their gold. It's not like somebody came knocking on your door. We're here to collect your gold. That never happened. And as soon as the people did turn in their gold, the price of gold shot up. After the gold shot up in price, then the government said, oh, okay, now it's legal to own gold. I'm not worried about a gold confiscation. I'm not. And when they do call you to turn in your gold like they did Turkey, country of Turkey, they were asked to turn in their gold to support the lira. I'd recommend you don't. Don't turn in your gold. Because after all the suckers turn in the gold and the price jumps up again, they're going to say it's okay to own gold again. And you'll be sitting on a gold mine. No pun intended. I do bit of stocks, PMs, and cryptos. I diverse my gambling. That's true, Brian. It's all gambling, isn't it? But tell you what, I rather gamble in precious metals, like gold and silver, and cryptos, than gamble in the dollar bill. So I'm agreeing with you, Brian. One more person complaining. I read that again. How are your crypto doing? Well, Gen C, I really haven't invested in any cryptos. Somebody donated through one of my links in the description some cryptos. Since I got that donation, the price of that currency went up. I think they only donated something like $5, but I think it's worth $7 now. So that ain't bad, right? I got to talk to the wife, see if we can afford to do some investing in cryptos. Normally have to talk, it's best to talk to the wife. If you're the lady of the house, it's best to talk to the husband. You do something without the other, it's going to create a lot of mistrust. So definitely when you get into, if you're one of those people here in this chat room right now, if you're on the fence about silver, before you listen to me, I say go out and buy silver. But before you listen to me, you talk to your spouse first, okay? And it's very important you do that, okay? Because that person has to trust you. If they can't trust you, you're worthless. And in addition, don't blow the rent money. Don't blow the electric bill money just to get some silver in your hand, alrighty? Do it responsibly. You don't have to go out and get it all right now. We still all have plenty of time left to accumulate our goals. Trust me. That's a good question, Jen. Patrick Vieira, freeze drying is the way. 6 months minimum supply of freeze-dried food and gold and silver. Yep. That's a good 6 months food supply is not bad. That's not bad at all. The Mormons, they believe in a year. Can you imagine if you're just you and your wife, a year's food supply? Now, if you have 2 or 3 kids like Mormons normally do, can you imagine the amount of storage space you would need for a year's worth of food? So, yes, I heard Litecoin will split. What does that mean? Does that mean that if you have 2 Litecoins now, you'll have 4 Litecoins in the future? Is that what that means? Yeah, Brooklyn Celluloid. New things tend to make people nervous. People are very comfortable with the old. The dollar bill. Funny, you're not nervous about the dollar bill, but I would be if I were you. Definitely would be. I'm about ready to cut the video off because my wife is going to be pulling up any minute now. What about the stories of gold being taken from the bank deposit box? That's a true statement. Anything in a bank deposit box technically belongs to the bank, even if it's your own personal jewelry. If you put it in a deposit box in the bank, it technically now belongs to the bank. And yes, they are allowed to confiscate anything in the bank deposit boxes if they deem it to be a financial federal emergency. Yes, it's a true statement. So think very carefully when you sign the paperwork to that safety deposit box. They don't just take the cash. They take any of your rings, your heirloom stuff from your mom or anything like that. We got a visitor. Sorry about that. He's very forceful. And this is the guy who protected my wife. He started barking up a storm when some guy with a Bowie knife came into our property and walked up to my wife. All right, I got to put you down. His name is Hunter. Yeah, according to Bitcoin, according to Bitcoin Ben, he believes FacePay will be Facebook's PayPal, basically. I don't own any 100-ounce bars, West Tex. They're just a little too expensive for me. I think also the increment, the size is just too large. It's kind of like walking into a freaking Circle K or a 7-Eleven with a $100 bill and asking for change for it. They don't normally have it. Can you imagine trying to make change during a shit hit the fan situation or an economic collapse? I prefer, my largest bar I think are 10-ounce bars is what I prefer. That doesn't mean I'm right, West Tex. It's just my preference. So Million Hair, with due respect, sir, most of these channels are spreading fear. There's nothing worse than leaving in contact fear. I'll quote someone who said, I don't believe Million Hair. I don't believe I'm spreading fear at all. I didn't say anything that's implying that the world's coming to an end, but everything I said is factual. All fiat currencies come to an end, regardless of whether you like it or not. Silver is just my preference for a savings account. So I apologize if I scared you. JJ can't counterfeit Bitcoin. Yeah, I wish I had some. What is it, $6,000 right now for a Bitcoin? $6,400 for a Bitcoin. It started out freaking $1, maybe less than that. No, I wasn't trying to be rude. I just don't believe I'm spreading fear-mongering like some of the other channels, I will admit, do rely on fear-mongering. Yeah, DIGIBYTE has potential, Robot. Absolutely. As a matter of fact, I have a link below if you want to contribute to my DIGIBYTE Foundation. Bitcoin is the people's money. Guys, that's everyone's thoughts on Truth Never Told. I kind of like Truth Never Told channel. I would say he does venture into the fear-mongering a little bit. But I kind of like him. I think he's very detailed and very educational. Nothing wrong with him. The .99 Club shirt is coming out soon, Gardner. I've got to get a hold of the person who made that shirt. I need to find out the logistics of getting some made, how it's going to be how I am going to get the shirt, how it's going to be then transferred to you, the buyer. I got to work out those details first. Does the maker ship it directly? Do I receive the shirt, then ship it to you? There's all these logistic questions that I have before I market these shirts. And I need to find out what the shirt's going to cost me. You know, what's the shirt going to cost me? What is it going to cost you? What is shipping going to cost? Is it even reasonable for me to... Is it even feasible for me to even market a shirt? It's got to be cost effective, right? Nobody's going to want to pay $50 for a damn t-shirt. I sure don't. Will the Rothschilds allow Bitcoin? Bitcoin's already here, William. It is already here and it's here to stay. And I believe it is what's going to be taking place of the dollar. Many places are already accepting cryptocurrencies as payment. So it's here whether we like it or not. The only thing is, if we get in on it while it's early, we have a chance of making some money. Just make a shirt on Teespring. You know, somebody else told me about Teespring. I'm going to have to look into it, Don Oliver. Definitely will have to look into it. Hope for the best, be prepared for worse. It's just common sense. I think dollar will soon be years to come. And possibly. But you say the dollar is going to be good for years to come. However, I think those years to come, the purchasing power of the dollar is declining. And you can tell through the prices of the products that we're buying. It takes more and more dollars to buy something lately. I'm the inventor of a product called Tub Shroom. It's a hair catcher. Sure, million hair. My P.O. box is my P.O. box is in the video's description. The video as we talk now has not been uploaded, but just go to any one of my prior videos. My P.O. box is listed there. Just go ahead and send me. Hopefully tell me what to do with it. So Million Hair, I'm going to do a shout out for Million Hair. He's the inventor of a product called Tub's Shroom. It's a hair catcher and is a #1 bestseller on Amazon, Best Buy, Bed Bath & Beyond. He's offering to send me one. I will definitely try it out, let you guys know. But I wanted to give him a shout out. I like doing that for people. So yes, anybody wanting to send me anything, this video as we speak now is not uploaded yet, but you can go to any one of my other videos in the past, and my P.O. box, my PayPal donation is all there. Okay, I will look into Teespring. The guy who made this, the guy who made that .99 shirt, he took a lot of effort. I just kind of wanted to see if I could throw him some business instead of taking his design and running with it to somebody else. I didn't want to be an asshole. But if I can't get a hold of him, I'm obviously going to have to do something, right? Yeah, Bitcoin will be $1,000, according to Bitcoin Ben and a few others. Road to Ruda is another good YouTube website. He thinks Bitcoin will be about $100,000. And wherever Bitcoin goes, Litecoin will follow. So what is that T-shirt? I got to find that T-shirt name again. Teespring. Okay, Teespring. I will try to remember that. Thank you so much, James. I am doing well, doing a lot better after I got out of the hospital. I actually jogged for a few hundred feet with the dog today. I wouldn't even say it was a few hundred feet. It might have been 100 feet just to test myself out. Yeah, I got out of breath fast. and whatnot. But we walked for about a mile, and then we ran for about 100 feet. I would say it was more of a sprint, just to test myself out. I don't want to push it, but I'm feeling a lot better. I'm taking my medications and whatnot and doing what I can do. I appreciate the kind words. I'm afraid to see the bills once they start coming in. That's it, sir. Martz. Martz. That is my address. I don't trust cryptos because so many competitors emerge so quickly. Maybe 20 years. Well, see, you're talking about the altcoins. G-Zang. There's a lot of competitors with the altcoins, but you still have the 3 or 4 base coins that nobody can touch. Bitcoin, Litecoin, Ethereum. All right, I'll just name those 3 right now. I think you're safe if you just get those. When you start venturing into some of the altcoins, yeah, some of them are good and some of them are money-making scams. And it's very hard to differentiate which one is which when it comes to the altcoin. Yeah, Bixweir, Snippy, and Bitcoin Ben is who I listen to, Mr. Olfang. I'm not saying they're gods and they know it all, but, you know, we all got to pick who we all got to pick. Bull Pony predicts one more Bitcoin dip below 6K in August. Well, we've already had that dip, but okay, we'll see if there's one more. But they say it's going to shoot to the moon in September, and we have about a 4-year window of waiting. Forget cryptos. Are we buying silver this week? We're waiting for another dip. I say buy some silver right now. Get big or die. Definitely. And by the way, I'm not abandoning silver or precious metals. I'm just saying it doesn't hurt to diversify. I would love it if I bought some penny stocks and one day those stocks turned out to be $100 stocks. We've all been there. Our parents bought penny stocks, and many people have gotten rich off of penny stocks. Well, right now there's a lot of cryptocurrencies that are just pennies, literally 2.5 cents. 2.5 cents for a digibyte, for 1 digibyte. And people are raving about it. They say it has the potential to... I don't even want to go there, but... I'll tell you what, I wish I had some digi. Pot stocks, baby. Just putting this paycheck silver money into crypto. Amazon stock took 10 years. Right, 10 years. And everybody was afraid of Amazon. Oh, Amazon, this is a weird name. This is a stupid name. It's just $1. I'm not risking my money. Had you bought like 20 of those stocks, 50 of those stocks should be sitting on a little gold mine right now. What's the current mood in America? I'm in New Zealand, and from here it looks like the Constitution is under hardcore attack. Are most Americans on their couch watching the Game of Thrones? That's a good question. I think people in this room here, I would say that, yes, half the people are on their couch right now eating bonbons. But people like us in this room, we're awake, and that's why we're preparing and stacking silver, and we're preparing for food shortages and whatnot. You make a good point. There's a lot of people who just have no flipping clue, and they get their education, they get their news from the propaganda television networks. Anyway, I gotta go. I want to do one final shout out to Bitcoin Bo. Thank you so much for the $2 chat. You folks have a great day. My wife is expecting me to get pretty and look good for her on our date tonight. I got to look good. You have a great day, and I apologize for the abrupt ending. But she just pulled up. Love you all. Thank you.